We are clear with the basic.
Screen is not shared, sir.
Screen is not there. Okay. Is it said you are able to get my screen?
Yes, sir, but the voice is very low, sir.
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hope you are getting my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so far what we have discussed in the SQL, the very basic SQL statement we have discussed. We have discussed most frequent common select statement. Through that select statement, we have gone through different conditions like greater than, less than, that operator between we have gone through, then the like operator we have gone through. Next, we have gone through different function, the basic function, what is being used by, you can say as a fresher if you are joining any company, so which are the very basic handful of group that function, like count was there, sum is there, average. So likewise we have discussed many. Then we have discussed something, some specific type of function that will convert data type, like data type we want to convert to character. So we have gone through to_char for date. We have gone through to_char for number type. What was the practical example we have gone through? Suppose you want to display some digit number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 1, 2, 0, 0, 0. So those kind of the basic select statement we have gone through. Today we are going to go little bit, you can say little advanced, but from the fresher point of view, the bare minimum thing we should know. Okay, and this will help us to just build our career in the future. This thing is very useful as a professional. So what that topic is, we are going to discuss today. So the main topic what we are trying to discuss is join. So whenever we are talking about join means what picture should come in our mind to start with. The moment you are listening a keyword called join in SQL, what picture should come in our mind? So before visualizing, before getting into the picture, okay, we should know the why part. Why join? Why we are going to learn join? So to get the why, we need to just know the scenario, one real life scenario, the real use of that joining, and that will just give us crystal clear picture why anybody will go for join. So before showing that picture to you, let me just set the environment. Set Aura ENV ABC. We know what is ABC. So we are trying to start our database. And again, I said this is not going to come under your profile as a fresher. Okay. So we are starting our database. Until unless database will not start, you will not able to do any activity practically. Okay. So once database will start, what I'll do, I'll exit it from here and I will log in with the proper username where all our tables are available. Okay. So here, and hope you remember the username, right? HR we are using. All.
Yes, sir.
Now in this, how to find out what all are the table or object available in this? These are the tables and available. And in this, I'm describing two tables. One is in this, as I mentioned in past, we will be focusing on this two table. Now I'm giving 10 seconds, just go through each and every column, 10-15 seconds I'm giving, go through to all of you, uh, whoever is just watching recording or whoever is there in the, so all these column, if you'll see, and on the basis of that columns, I'll ask one question to all of you. And that question is the very first basic question. If you want to display employee ID, department ID, and first name, so what command we have to use? Select employee ID,
Employee ID,
department ID,
department ID, and
then last name or first name, whichever you want, right? I have asked for this. From table name.
from table name, employee.
This is the statement and it will display us. We have learned this thing. Next. If somebody will ask that I want to display employee ID, department ID, and department name and first name, what we will do? That means we are right now trying to extract information or data from two different tables, because department name is not available in employee table. If you see curve carefully, department name is not available, right? Yes or no? So if department name is not there and I want employee ID also, but employee ID is not available in the department table. So bottom line, what we're trying to do, we are trying to access data from two or more than two tables. So on that scenario, first thing, is it possible to extract data from two tables? Yes, it is very much possible. That is the reason we are discussing. And that can be done with the help of this particular technique called join or joining. So this keyword itself is a self-explanatory, saying join means here we are going to join two tables. How to do it? Now we want department name also. So department name is there in the different table. And again, I'm giving maybe last name or first name, whichever you get. Though the data or the column is coming from two different tables, we have to give two table name, comma, department. The moment we will do this and hit enter, it is saying something, column ambiguity. The first thing, why it is showing this column ambiguity? One of the main confusion here is so this department ID is available in the employee table also and the department table also. If that is the case, it get confused which department ID should I catch or should I display, and that is the reason this is giving error. So what is the way out? One way out is just remove this column because we don't need it, say for example. Then I'll come to the second option. If we need it, what is the outcome? So let's see first. I'll come back to that point, if how to display department ID. See, it is showing 2800, that's 2889 record. And if you see carefully, 180 payroll. So all this payroll, this thing. So this data is basically all payroll. So this data is not proper data. What I mean to say proper data. Okay, let me first show you the actual select employee ID I'm giving, okay, comma, first name, comma, department name, or just let it be like that. And one more information I'm going to take, department ID, comma, first name from employee. Here, one thing to understand, here we have 107 record, and if you see, department 50 is there, 10 is there, 20 is there. So what I'm doing, if somebody will ask us, please display all the record only for department 100, what we will do? Only department 100 data I want to display. What is the command? From this, then I want to display record which is available in the table and having department is 100. So only I want to display employee ID, department ID, first name for department 100. What should I do? I need everybody's help in this. This is again very basic as a fresher. These are the things also we have learned it, but to understand this joining concept clear, we have to just get into it a little bit more detail.
Department ID equal to 100.
Now, where keyword will be there, right? Where department ID equal to 100. Clear?
Yes.
But here department ID, and if I will go to the statement what I made some time back, same statement I'm making now also, okay? Just to give you one picture very much clear. Same thing I'm giving here. From this, where department underscore ID equal to 100, right? Employee ID this. It is having some confusion, department ID, because both the table is having department. So let me tell that employee dot department ID, okay? This is the way we can avoid this confusion. Employees dot department ID. What exactly it means? It means we are explicitly saying choose the column from employee ID, because both the table having same column, so it gets confused. So to avoid that confusion, I give table name before the column name. Hope it is clear to all of you. Now, if that is the case, I'm giving this equal to this. Now see, I was, and let me show you the department ID also. So it will be,
Department ID not mentioned.
I'm just going to mention right now, okay? I want to display that column also. So in that way, earlier the confusion was there. by putting this name, confusion will not be there. So it will run okay. So the question here is, under department ID 100, if you'll see in the table, okay, I put the output somewhere, column ambiguity. See how many number of records are there for 100 department ID? How many number of employee? Only 6, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm putting in different, let me share the entire screen. Okay, give me 1 minute. So no confusion will be there. Now, in this, how many number of records are there for department 100? Only 6 row, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, if it is only 6 row is there, then how come if I'll give same 100 here, how come, see how many, 162 record, how it is getting displayed? Because under department 100, only 6 employees are working, right?
Yes, sir.
Then how come this 162 rows is coming? So this is the problem basically. It's the data what we are getting, it's ambiguous data, no meaning of it, because first name, see, so many times first name is showing. See, if you see same that employee ID, there's 100 so many times the thing is getting repeated. See, so the bottom line, this is not the correct way to display data from multiple table. It's this type of data is known as, you can say, it's a Cartesian product. So simply this thing will not work. We need to use some proper way of writing SQL so that the proper data will be displayed. So for that, as per rule, what we have to do, everything will be same till now. From this, where this is little tricky to start with, okay, where employee.department ID equal to department dot department ID. And here we used to get little confusion. Okay, so can you tell me what is the why it is not showing? Because where employees dot then department I have written, it should be departments, tables should be departments, it's not department. Okay, so there is a typo. Now 126, now it came to 106. But here we forget to give the proper condition. What was the condition? Where some condition was there, where employee ID department, employee department was 6. Where this and, because two conditions we are putting, and employee ID equal to. Now see, only 6 record is getting this display. This is genuine, and we are getting what? These are the things. All are department 100 and this thing. Now here we need to display what was our main intention. Intention was to display what? Department name. Department name, right? From this same thing. And this folder is. It's 6 row. Why it is coming to this? How to fix it? I want to take this into single line. What I have to do? We have discussed this thing in last session. Something we have learned, right? Set line size.
Yes,
200.
sir. Set length at 200.
Yeah. See this thing come. Now, but sir, yes, output is coming, but still the thing is not that clear. Now, in next 10 minutes, whatever I'm going to discuss, that will give you the crystal clear idea how internally it works. And for that, let me open one. So under that, you have to, or let me open Word doc. So it will be little easier. Here I'm doing what I'm creating. Same two table I'll create. One is employee and one is department. So I'm giving suppose only 4, 3, 3. Okay. So this is DPT ID, DPT name, and location ID. This is one, and here I'm putting department 10, HR, location is 20, IT, Y. Just listen this thing. Then admin, then G. And last one, I'm giving HR is there, admin is there, IT is there, then last one, I'm giving accounts. Account department, and this is XA. This is one table. And another table I'm creating called, this is, assume this is the department table, okay? The first one. And this is employee table, what I'm going to create. And under that, what we are going to have, suppose only 3 column, and let me put employee ID, department name. Yes, let me put. So here EMP ID is there. name is there, then say for example salary is there, and the department ID is there. DPT ID is there, and I'm giving 1, name is giving A, salary is suppose 30K, department is I'm giving 10. To B 50K, I'm giving 20. 3 C 44K, same 20 department. It might happen one department, under one department n number of person will work and work. So 10, 20, 30. I'm giving 6 F 33K, 37 G 65K. I'm giving suppose another 20, and the last one what I'm giving H 50 43K, and I'm giving 40. That's it. Now if I will ask you that under which department person A is working, what is the answer? Tell me the department name where A is working. What is the answer?
Account name, local ID, department name.
See carefully. Okay, answer is there in front of you.
40.
Don't be a hurry. My question is, person name is A. Tell me the department name for employee A. Department for employee A. A is the name of employee. In which department person known as A is working? I need department name on the base of this two table.
Sir, account, sir.
How you are saying accounts?
So department name is accountant. Name is A.
No,
Department
I
that is
suppose now I'm just, if you're confusing with this, I'm giving G1. Now tell me. Okay, tell me person name D is working for which department name?
IT.
IT, right? Now tell me employee name H is working for which department name?
So repeat, sir, a question.
H. Employee name H. H is there, right? H.
Account.
Account. Now tell me, last question. Employee name A is working for which department? Tell me the department name for employee A.
HR.
HR. Now see the pattern, see the technique you have used to search for the department name of an employee. I'm telling you what you did. You have been asked, okay, A's department name. So what you are seeing, the okay, A is there and here department ID is there, name is not there here. So you are mapping this department ID, that was 10 with this 10, right? And whoever is coming into the department name, that is you are answering, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So every time, whenever we are asking for the department name, same pattern you are following. Department for employee H. So what you are doing, H means, okay, H means here department ID is 40, 40, and then against that accounts. This is the way we have answered. So the condition for joining is what? One common column should be there. If I'll remove this department ID, are you in position to tell me the which department G is working, department name? If I'll remove the department ID column, is it not possible to answer you, right? You will not able to answer. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So one condition for joining is always remember two columns should be common. Just see. So on the basis of that too, we can bridge or we can make the link between two. What kind of link I'm talking about? Not the physical link. I'm talking about the way you are checking the condition. So same thing how Oracle will do internally. And to do so, see, to do so, what we have done, see, from this two table, right? Where employee.department ID equal to department. So the same pattern what you are using here. What you are doing, if you see, this is employee. So employee dot department ID, what you are checking, right? If I'll, last question was A's department name. So what you did, employee dot department ID equal to department dot department ID. And when it is going to match, is it going to match every line? No, it will match what? Only once, right? If it is 10, so which the first row will be matched and it will display the HR for department ID 10. And same thing is going from top to bottom, whichever condition you have given. So same, it will go for B ka 20. So employee dot department ID equal to department dot. Say internally it is getting checked 20, 20 means IT. So in this way, this fashion, we got the output. See, but if I'm not giving this condition, if I'm removing this condition, this particular where department employee dot department ID equal to department ID, what happened? If I'll ask you, if I'll not give you any condition, department dot department ID. So what? For first row, listen carefully. This first row in the second table, because we are giving from table employee, comma, department. So internally what it will do, for one row, this data will display. Same for first row, this data will also display. For first row, this data will also display. The first row, this data will be also display, because there is no condition. So each and every row, for each and every row, all this 4, 5, whatever number of line will be there, that is going to be displayed. Same for second row also, all this 4 line will be displayed. Third row, all fourth row, for each and every. So ultimately what it is doing internally, this table is multiplying with this table. So whatever output we got some time back, that was wrong, because it's a mess. Because for every A, all department is displaying. For B also, all department will be displayed. For C also, all department will be displayed. So the proper way of writing is to table 1, that means employee dot department ID equal to department dot department ID. And that's what we gave it here. If you see, select this from to table, that means employee and department, where employee dot department ID equal to department dot department ID. Now, if you want to give, you want to search for only 100, so you gave it this. But if you want to check entire records of employees and their department, don't give this AND operator, simple till put it there. So it will be displaying, see all these, it is displaying 106 only total. Okay, so to join two table, two common columns should be there, otherwise it is not possible here. And one more thing, what we have to do, we have to give the proper condition. What condition? I'm talking about this condition. And unknowingly or knowingly, you did the same thing. When I ask you a question, you did this thing only. But how to represent in SQL, this is the way you can represent it. Because internally, again, I'm repeating, you did same thing. I have asked for A, you went here 10 and you match is 10. 10 is there, it will display 10, means HR. You did all the answer, all 3-4 answer you gave the base of this pattern only. So same thing getting implemented internally to get output from it. So here the number is only 100 or 200, but in real life you are going to have maybe 1,000, maybe lakh, maybe several lakh. But if you understand the basic, the way it is working, you are going to be crystal clear with it. Okay. So the question was, what is joining? So is it clear, all of you and whoever is listening, maybe this recording, and is it clear or?
Yes, sir.
So this is very basic and very important for any freshers interview. Normally we used to mug up, but don't mug up this. Just understand how it works internally. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is about the basic understanding of join, and hope the why part is clear. Why join? Same thing. If you want to, let me add one more table here. And I'll not give you too many things today because this is a very, very important. So what we have used so far, still employee, then we have used department, and let me try one more table is let's take department, then locations. One thing is there, one table is there, location. Now see this table very carefully and tell me I want to display the employee first name, their department name, and their city. Employee name, his or her department name, and his or her city, in which city he or she lives. In which city he or she lives. Question is clear?
Yes,
Three
sir.
column I want to display from three different tables. See? So answer is what? See carefully. If you understood the last one, this will be also the same, only one extra. So first name, I said department name, I said city. From all three table, right? Because all data is available in three different table. All three column is coming from three different So I have used all three from this. Where, see, this thing is the, we need to add this to. So which common is column between department and employee table? Department, right? This one. If you see carefully, see this two common column is there. So we have to give where employees dot department ID equal to what? Department dot department ID. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And what is the common between department and location table? Departments dot, what is
Location
the
ID.
common? Very good.
Location ID.
Equal to,
Location dot location ID.
see how easy it is. So location dot location. See, you got all three information. Likewise, if you can add multiple table, I added 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7. Pattern is same what you have learned. So if you're able to use 2 table addition, you can do n number of tables. Make sense?
Yes,
So
sir.
if this thing is clear, you are done basically. To start with, we fail to understand this thing. Common column, this how it works, and you answer it here very correctly here. See, if you remember this pattern, you are, that's done. You are not going to forget this thing in your entire life.